Guys. Today is a very remarkable day on the market across the world, and the foreign exchange market and the crypto market. As we can see, price surging upwards. We can see price going to the upside, and it's very similar with the currency pair as well as the foreign the crypto market. I'm just going to be showing you a chart, BTC chart, to compare with the GU chart you just saw. So this BTC chart, you can see how price is surging to the upside, and is leaving us with the question to if the bull run has kicked off. So crypto investors and traders are wondering, has the bull run started? And personally, I think the bull run has started, and I'll be showing you the reasons why based off of my technicals and the fundamentals that was released earlier today. As we had the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell speak about the inflation being caught, and this greatly influenced the market, and we can see how price is just surging to the upside. So stick with me right to the end of this video. If you get this a very informative video, if you're looking to invest your money in the crypto market or you're looking to trade, this is a very important video. So stick with me right until the end, and don't forget to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button now, the like button, and share to your friends, as well as turn on the post notifications so you get notified anytime I post more contents like this. So guys, let's jump right into the video. As you can see how price is surging to the upside. Initially I made a video and I expected price to go back to the points, the previous low, and filling all this other block, but apparently it didn't go as we planned, and I got stopped out. And then we can see this chart pattern right here that PTC just kept on consolidating within this chart pattern, and we can see how it finally broke out. So if you know what chart pattern this is, drop that in the comment section. There's going to be a prize for the winners. So just give your comments on what you think this chart pattern is called. So as charts, you can see how price broke out of this chart and came back for retracement, and then we're seeing price surging to the upside. So that is a clear indication that the bull run has started. Note, this is not a financial advice. This is just what I think the market is doing based off of my technicals and the fundamentals you can see. So I'm going to be comparing this crypto, the BTC chart, with the GU, a currency pair. So you see what I can see in the market. We can see how price is going bullish as well. We can see how price came all the way from this point, went bullish, and then came off a retracement on the second point touch on the bullish trend, and went up again, made the third point touch on the bull trend, and we can see how price surged upwards. So I personally think the price is going to keep going bullish both on the currency pairs and the forex market. So let's jump right into the fundamentals so we can see what was happening. We can see exactly why there was a price surge based off of fundamentals. So this is Forex Factory, where I go to check the news for the market so I can know my bias for the day. So here is Friday, August 23rd. We can see that there's a lot of high impact news. That's why it's indicated by the red column. A lot of high impact news that we saw today, but the most impactful one was 3 p.m., where the Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell spoke about inflation being caught. And let's just play the video so we see the live feed of what he said, and uh it's just gonna be a snippet, so stick with me until the end. It's just gonna be a snippet, and I'm going to give a summary on what he said and how that's greatly impacted the market.
Two papers, and we also have a monetary policy. So it's a super important topic, particularly right now. And we've got some great papers lined up for this morning. We've got two papers, and we also have a panel lined up for that. But before we get to any of that, I am delighted to say that we have Federal Reserve Chair Jay Powell here to deliver opening remarks. So with that, let me welcome Jay Powell to the podium.
Thank you, Karen, and thanks to our host from the Kansas City Fed. It's great to be back here today. 4.5 years after COVID-19's arrival, the worst of the pandemic-related economic distortions are fading. Inflation has declined significantly. The labor market is no longer overheated, and conditions are now less tight than those that prevailed before the pandemic. Supply constraints have normalized, and the balance of risks to our two mandates has changed. Our objective has been to restore price stability while maintaining a strong labor market. avoiding the sharp increases in unemployment that characterized earlier disinflationary episodes when inflation expectations were less well anchored. While the task is not complete, we have made a good deal of progress toward that outcome. Today, I will begin by addressing the current economic situation and the path ahead for monetary policy. I will then turn to a discussion of economic events since the pandemic arrived, exploring why inflation rose to levels not seen in a generation and why it has fallen so much while unemployment has remained low.
All right, guys. So that is, I'll just be telling you a summary of what he said. If you want to watch the full video on fundamentals on J. Powell's speech, just send comments down in the comment section. I'll be sending you a link to view the whole thing. So what he's saying in summary is that we can see there's been inflation, and you can far back from the COVID, even before then, but now it has dropped significantly, and we can see how that impacts the market positively. So it's just trying to say that the inflation has been cut out, and there's more employment compared to the previous record or analysis. So we can see that that is a positive impact in the market, which means that everybody's happy that the inflation is being cut down, and you can see how it's making the economy to go up, and that's why everything is just surging upwards. So we can see that is the fundamentals on why price is going bullish. So I'm going to be showing you why I personally think that the bull run has started. I'll be showing you with a chart on BTC. So I'm just going to rotate my screen. Bear with me if you have to flip your screen as well. I'm just trying to show you a full screen of the BTC chart. So okay, right here it is. Okay. All right. So here we can see Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin's chart, and this is a chart pattern right here. Who knows what chart pattern this is? If you know what this chart pattern is, drop your comments down in the comment section. There's going to be a prize for the correct guess. So we can see how price has been consolidating in this chart pattern. Price went up and down and up and broke out from the chart pattern eventually. And we can see how price broke out from chart pattern, came back for retracement, and see it surging to the upside. So that's the technicals. That's why I think that the bull run has kicked off, because price has been consolidating in this area and hasn't been able to break off of this resistance, and now it's finally done that. We expect price to keep on surging to the upside. So we just see price doing higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, so just see price going bullish. So I feel like the bull run has started. It's not a financial advice. Note that this is just my prediction or my analysis based off of the technicals and the fundamentals we can see right there. So I predicted this crash that happened in Bitcoin a while back, and I took profits way before I hit TP, because I mean market can just switch up anytime. So I just took profits when I felt I was comfortable with what I had made off of the market. And you can see how price went up after hitting this zone, and I was expecting price to drop even more and come back to this level to fill in all this fair value gap that was left here. But unfortunately price did not do that, and I got stopped out here, as you can see, with a weak rejection. Price just stopped me out, and that was when I realized that there was a chart here, and I drew the chart pattern and saw price consolidate within this chart pattern, broke out and retraced, and then we can see surging to the upside. So I'm just going to be switching over to the daily time frame to show you my overview on BTC. So we can see BTC right here, and I mapped out psychological levels, very notable levels in the market. We can see this is the overall chart of Bitcoin. You can see how Bitcoin went. I'm just going to switch this to line chart so we can see clearly. All right, so these are key levels in the market. We can see 2500 25,000, and next one is 40,000, the next one is 55,000, and we can see 70, 69,000, close to 70. Okay, let's see 70,000. So these are key levels or notable levels in the market. As you can see how this was the previous high, but the highest price has reached for Bitcoin. That was the all-time high, and we can see how price was just ranging upwards until price broke the previous all-time high, created a new all-time high, and we can see it coming into this level to pick enough momentum and take its way up and make a new all-time high. So that's exactly what happened with Bitcoin. So you can see how that happened. And anytime price comes into these psychological levels, these key levels that I mapped out, you can see how price would react on those levels. So we can see here price made the first touch on this trend line right here. I'll just zoom in a little bit. All right, so you can see how price made the touch here. The first touch here went to the upside, came down for retracement, second touch to the upside, and then third touch, and we can see how it rallied very much to the upside. So now price made another first touch around this area, and we can see how price surged and then uh, made another touch here and the third touch right here. You can see why price moved bullish all the way up here, and price had to come. This was when price broke out from the previous all-time high. So when he broke out, he had to come in for a retracement, and we can see how price made the first touch on this bearish trend, the second touch, and the third touch. That was why I knew that okay, we're going to be seeing more sells in the market, and I was able to catch the sells to the downside. So all right, we can see that price has made a first touch here as well as the second touch here on the trend, and this is the final touch it made right here with a weak rejection. This is why I could see that all right, we are on the bull run. So if I had taken the trade from this point, that's when I would have really, that would have been a premium level, but I missed out on this, and I could see price go all the way up, and I was expecting price to come down. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. So at this point I could see this is a W pattern, or a double bottom as you can call it. So you can see price come all the way from here and down to this point, and price went up again. That's the neckline, and then you can see price got to this point and now it's going bullish. So expect price to keep on going bullish and make new all-time highs. Probably that's when price gets to 150k or even more. So this is my analysis, this is what I saw in the market, and I was like, okay, the bull run is going to kick off. So the moment price broke out of this chart pattern right here, that was my clear indication. Like even a blind man would see this. This was my clear indication that the bull run has kicked off for when it broke out from this chart. So we only needed the Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell to make his speech, and that was what we needed to take this trade. And oh, we know that okay, we are going bullish. So I'm going to be showing you a similar chart. BTC. I have Shiba Inu as one of my pairs that I'm monitoring, and Shiba Inu chart is very clean. I love the structure that Shiba Inu created. So I'm just going to be showing you Shiba Inu's chart. You see how beautiful the structure is, and it's just more confluence as to why the bull run has started, guys. So you can see how Shiba Inu chart is so clean. The structure is just so well blended, and I'm going to be showing you everything. So right price came all the way from the top, where it had the first point touch on the bearish trend, and we can see price drop. And as the price got to this point, it came back for retracement up to 50%, and then we can see price breaking the previous structure right here. Price broke the structure to create a new structure. So we can see price making higher highs, higher lows. This is a higher high, and then a higher low by breaking the previous structure, and then we can see price come up 50%, way above 50% for a retracement to fill in this bearish fair value gap right here. So as price filled that fair value gap, it made a second point touch on the bearish trend, and we can see price go to the downside and break the previous structure and make it made a higher low right here, and we can see how price came right up 50% retracement to fill in this bearish fair value gap, and as it filled it up, it came down again to break the previous structure. So you can see one notable thing: price never breaks above this bearish trend, but that just happened today. Well, not today, happened yesterday or the day before, but today we can see a very bullish engulfing candle right here, and prices, you can see that price broke out from the bearish trend. So this is a very clear indication that the bull run has started. So that is it. And we can also see that price made 3-point touches on the bullish trend. If you understand price structure, and you would know that okay, in a trend line, and if you trade trend line, you can see that 3 point touch on the trend line, whether it's bullish or bearish, is a strong indication to take that trade either to the upside or the downside. So you can see price made a first touch here on the bearish trend, bullish trend, sorry, and then price just went up and made a second point touch here. This is also part of the second touch, like this entire place right here. I'm just going to map that out. So this entire zone like this is the second touch. So you can see price made the first touch here on this bullish trend, and then came all the way up, then made a retracement here on the second, made a second point touch on the bullish trend, and this point right here is where price made the third point touch right here. So this would have been the premium level to take the buys for Shiba Inu. So you can see how price just came and touched the trend line, and then we can see it surging to the upside. So another notable area, another premium level that would have taken this trade was the moment price broke out of this trend. But that's calm. If you go down to the 4 hours time frame, you can see it clearly. You can see how the structure is just so beautifully formed. You can see this bearish trend was broken right at this point. Price broke out from this trend and then made a retracement. You can see how price is going uh, uh, making higher lows and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs. So today, when the news was released, when J. Powell spoke about the inflation being cut down, you can see how it just helped the market to have enough volatility and went to the upside. So I'm expecting price to keep going bullish until it breaks uh, the previous all-time high. So we expect price to continue bullish. Let me just stretch this out. I expect price to keep going bullish right there. Just bullish, 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 bullish. Price is going to go bullish. So if you're an investor or a trader in the crypto market or in forex market, we should be expecting to be taking more of buys, because right now the bull run has kicked off. So price is just going to keep going bullish until it goes way above the previous all-time high. So it's a very long trade. So this is like very notable the points. You should know that we are already on the bull run. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you this. It's very clear on the charts using the fundamentals and the technicals. So I'm just going to be comparing this with currency pairs. I'll just open up GU and show you what I think is happening. The market is quite similar to the foreign exchange market. So you can see how price is making the same higher lows and higher highs. This is the first point touch on the trend. It comes back for a second point on the trend, and then this is the third point. So expecting price to keep rallying to the upside. There will just be a couple of retracements, but just know that we are on a bull run for every currency pair. So guys, do well with this information. If you have your questions, drop in the comment section. If you want to get signals for my trades, you can drop your comments and I'm going to be pasting the link to you directly. So if you are watching this video up to this point, you're the real OG. I want to say thank you for sticking with us. Do well to subscribe, hit the like button, share to your friends, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post more contents like this. Thank you.